So you notice when you look at subclaim B that the basic structure of the performance level descriptor is going to stay the same as it did for subclaim A. We're not doing anything major as far as the setup. It looks identical to subclaim A except for the fact that we are in subclaim B. And again, subclaim B is dealing with specifically the additional and supporting content for that grade or course, specifically relating back to the model content framework. So if you haven't had a chance to go through that first to see what part considers additional and supporting, those are some really good documents to look at. But there's not really anything that I can teach you about subclaim, how to read subclaim B that you don't already know from reading subclaim A. We have the levels up at the top, just like we did before, from partial command all the way to distinguished command. We have the Common Core standard on the left, and we can also see that it was deconstructed. This particular Common Core standard had to deal with converting in a measurement system and applying that to solve real-world multi-step problems. That "and" in the middle of the standard kind of told Park, we don't need to take one item to assess the standard. We kind of need to deconstruct it to see, can they convert, and then can they take that and apply that to multi-step real-world problems. So that's what the -1 and -2 are coming in for, and we're going to be able to look at those when we see the blueprints to see specifically how is Park going to assess this item. I love the blueprints. They're pretty awesome in trying to figure out what we're doing. But again, there's not anything I can really teach you, so just to kind of go through it, level 2 is dealing with a basic command of conversion where they are solving single step problems, and that's all they're able to do. When we move from level 2 to level 3, those conversions now are dealing with a real world problem, but again, we're still in single step conversion. We're not doing anything outside of anything in the difficulty level. From level 3 to level 4, this is what Common Core expected us to do according to that standard. Common Core expected us to be able to convert, and it also expected us to be able to use those conversions in multi-step real-world problems. So whereas in level 3, we were dealing with single-step problems in the real-world context, now we're in the multi-step problem, which is what Common Core wanted us to do. Students that are at a distinguished command, which would be level 5, not only can they convert and use those conversions in multi-step problems, but they can also create problems in context. And then they're able to choose appropriate measurement units based on whatever the context is given. So if the context starts out in miles, they can do any conversions that they need to within the problem to be able to meet that. So again, subclaim B reads a lot like subclaim A, not that big of a change.